What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Main Issues Podcast. I'm Al Taylor, also known as the Act 24 on all social media, here with my brother, Kenneth Grimes, and also, of course, the one, the only, the greatest, the Dragonborn, DJ Williams. So, what's going on with you, Kenny?
I'm good, bro. Can you please call me Rage on the next go round?
Call you Rage? You should have said that beforehand. I ain't never heard this before in my life. Talking about some Rage. What?
Call me Rage. You know, that's my stage name.
All right. Excuse me. Rage. Forget all that. What I just said. Rage.
You know, but to the ladies, y'all can call me Kenneth.
Hey.
Okay.
I ain't mad at him.
Whatever.
I don't know how many ladies be listening, but you know.
How you come up with Rage?
You know, how that came about, you know. It was Santana Rage at first, because my favorite rapper is Joel Santana, and my favorite rock band is Rage Against the Machine. So I did a collaboration, you know, Santana Rage. That's how it all came about. But then, you know, I decided, you know, this year to drop the Santana, just call myself Rage.
Because you stopped messing with Joel Santana?
No, it ain't. No, it's not that, you know. No, it's not that. You know, I just like the point, because, you know, I want, you know, due time, you know, I did want me a little replica Madonna. I said Rage, you know, having Santana on there, it just be looking all funky on my neck. I'm not trying to have that.
Yeah, because Rage, you don't even get mad like that.
I was gonna say you don't seem like you do. I'm laid back. You more laid back than me.
And what's that? You say stage name? Stage for what? For you rapping now? What do I not know about?
You know,
I left you at the house, and now you doing all kind of stuff. I don't know what you and Jeffrey got going on around there now.
Jeffrey booed up. I be seeing him on Snap.
Oh, I met.
Yeah, we me, him, and Vernon, which Al didn't respond in the group chat, but me, him, and Vernon went to grab something to eat at Sakura, and Jeffrey didn't mention the old girl was coming. So when we got there, she was there, and you know I had never seen Jeffrey.
What?
Yeah, I've never seen.
That's amazing to me.
He claimed I met him one time before.
I think you met him at the apartment like years ago. No,
wow. No. He claimed it was. He claimed something. Whatever he claimed, it was like it was in passing. It's just like, oh hey, what's up? And he went on his way. But I don't remember that. And even then, I'm not gonna commit that to memory. So when we went in, I knew Vernon was gonna be there. So I'm like, okay, I'm looking for Vernon. So I see somebody wave at me, and I was like, what up? And I kept on moving.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute. Okay, he with a girl. That ain't him. And I was like, wait a minute. That kind of like the back of Vernon's head. So I walked around and I was like, okay, well, at least if this ain't Jeffrey, he waved so I could come and speak. So when I came over to speak, I saw Vernon. I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, well, I was expecting to see Vernon, but since he got his back turned to the public, I couldn't tell who it was. So, and I definitely wasn't expecting no girl to be here. And he's like, oh, yeah, it was last minute adjustment. I was like, oh, I ain't got nothing against her. Just wasn't looking for her. So when I'm looking for people that I don't know and looking for the one person I know, I was looking for Vernon ass. But, oh, well.
Nah. But y'all had a good time, yeah?
It was all right. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know Vernon had done went vegan though.
Yeah,
well, vegetarian. Was it vegetarian or vegan?
It's
difficult
to tell. Yeah,
because he was sometimes vegetarian for forever. Sometimes it was, sometimes it wasn't.
Oh, is he
but
a
he
pescatarian?
No, he full vegetarian now.
Yeah, he
wasn't eating nothing but broccoli.
Yeah,
and I was just like, oh, well,
because he was
came to the wrong place.
He was doing a vegan diet for I say 4. Yeah, it was like vegan
for weight loss.
Vegan was it vegan November or
what?
Vegan December or something?
It better not be November because that's cut out the last.
It was
day.
No, it was because he was Thanksgiving saying that because he couldn't eat nothing.
That'll be the day I quit.
It's like the only thing we had there that he could eat was greens, and that was
Had pork in it.
I don't know if it was greens even. Yeah, I don't know what
most black people cook their greens with pork.
Yeah,
well, most Southern people cook their greens with pork.
Yeah,
I put some bacon or some oxtails in them things or something.
And even I said before, Tiffany brought squash casserole. Even that got cheese in it, so he couldn't eat that.
Sheesh. Yeah, ain't nobody cooking no casserole with no vegan cheese. Throw the whole casserole away.
Yeah, that vegan stuff is too much for me. I can't do it like complete, like no animal products. I feel like at a certain point it's not even effective, really.
Yeah, call me a monster, whatever you want to call me. I got to eat something that was once alive. Got to eat it.
I mean, I don't feel that so much.
I'll just be an extra man.
Yeah, I gotta have my ribs.
Yeah.
Oh yes, every once in a while anyway. But me and my brother went on like a huge strict diet a few years back, which we lost a lot of weight on. But we went full vegetarian, and we did it for a few months. Actually, we did it for a good little while. It was pretty much the whole summer, all the way up until Thanksgiving. After that, we was just like, hey, so we gonna call this off. Because I ain't even about to play myself. When I get to Pop's house and I see them ribs come out, all bets is off.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah, we came to agreement. To hell with this thing.
Yeah. When I started like trying to cut back on meat, like Thanksgiving, I said forget about that. Yeah, it wasn't no way. I'm not about to pass up all this duck and
fried turkey.
Amazingly delicious fried turkey. I know you don't care for turkey at all, but you might care for this. I thought you didn't like turkey.
Who the hell told you that?
I thought you said that.
You ain't never heard me say that.
When we were talking about getting the plates and stuff, you were like, you don't like turkey and dressing.
I don't like dressing.
Huh.
I can't stand dressing. Don't ever get me
Oh,
dressing.
I thought you
don't
thought
like
turkey was dry.
I damn sure don't.
No, I mean,
So
but
excuse
turkey
me.
is, I will say turkey is hard to cook. I done had way more bad turkey than good turkey.
Okay.
But no, I like turkey. I don't have nothing against turkey.
Okay, maybe
I might
you
have said
just
my dad don't like turkey. 'Cause I found it strange that he don't eat turkey.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Well, excuse me. Yeah, well,
I say, man, don't be putting that in the
delicious.
ether.
And wasn't the turkey fried and smoked?
Yeah,
How
fried.
the hell you do both of those?
Shoot.
Smoked it and then fried it.
Yeah, he smoked it. Yeah, he smoked it first and then dropped it in the grease.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really wish I would have got that plate now.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, you missed out, my brother.
I sure did. I know who house I'm going to next year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For real.
Sorry, Pops.
Gonna have to come by for them ribs, though.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to get mine to go.
Hit them reels.
Matter of fact, that's what I was telling you, because I didn't know the whole how. Apparently, everybody's used to taking plates home. I'm not.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, before I leave, I'm gonna get me a plate. No, everybody else who took a plate they made the plate and then they made food
to eat there.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a thing. Man, I'm trying to make a plate. I'm like, man,
that's the
everything
thing.
gone.
Yeah, that's the
I
thing.
mean, I usually don't do that, but I've definitely seen people do that.
I didn't know. I was just like, okay.
Especially those people that don't bring nothing. Yeah, they're the
That
ones
is
that
me.
be doing them.
That is me. I'm gonna bring soda and plates.
Talking about some plates, yay, hi.
Yep. Man, when I used to work for Durst like you do, shoot, I used to, hey, what bread y'all need? I'll bring all the bread, hot dog buns, hamburger buns, dinner rolls, I got you. Unless it's Hawaiian rolls, we ain't got none of those.
Man, I be forgetting to ask for bread. I be buying bread and stuff. I be forgetting.
I used to tell my brother that. He was like,
Yeah, I know, man.
I used to come home, but like, you must have bought them because I ain't bring them here. Yeah, I wanted some hot dogs. You could have told me that. I wanted them then. All right, your dollar. Like, you at least could have got some high-end buns if you told me. More great value buns.
Hey, what's that old saying? Beggars can't be choosy now.
Oh, he wouldn't have had the bag. I would have right off somebody's route.
Oh yeah, because you was on the truck. You was on the trucks with him.
Yeah.
You
So,
on the truck.
Yeah.
oh yeah, you didn't know I worked at the warehouse. Yeah, you work at the bakery.
You told me, you worked
so-
at the warehouse. Yeah.
Man, I still be running to those lot of guys. Now I do the Red Bull distributing. I run into them all the time.
Okay.
And they say, man,
You got
and
out
it went
of there
down.
right on
Yeah,
time.
right on time. Well, they kicked me out of there and around time.
All right, what we got on the docket?
But first things first, if anybody's seen the movie Hidden Figures, the lady that Taraji P. Henson portrayed, named Katherine Johnson, she passed away today, February 24th, 2020. So, I want to say rest in peace to her.
Yeah.
Thanks for your achievements. Moment of silence.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But I would talk about her a little bit, but the movie's been out, and I would have had to do more research, and I'm putting all the blame on my father because he told me about some lady who worked for Google that I should mention. So I asked for a name, and I was like, okay, well, we filming today around 5-ish, so just give me the name. And, oh, yeah, I got to look it up. Okay. Where you at, Dad? Where you at? You dropped the ball, man. So I didn't have any extra information on Katherine Johnson. If anybody didn't see Hidden Figures, she was a mathematician for NASA way back in when they first went to the moon. I can't remember. Was that the 50s? Was that the 1950s? Oh my God. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it was the 50s or the 40s or something like that.
It was late 50s. It was late 50s.
Okay, well, she passed away today. She was 102, I believe, but she was a mathematician back then, and as you know, black people didn't have much privilege back then, so it was a real big deal for her to be a mathematician for the first astronauts.
Yeah,
so
NASA. Oh.
yeah, so it was a great achievement. But she wasn't the only one in Hidden Figures. She was just one of the three ladies they kept focus on. But yeah, but that's what I wanted to talk about. Al, what you got? Kenny, what you got?
Don't be hitting me with no history stuff. That she downstairs. She know about.
Oh, Tiffany.
I don't know about this stuff.
Oh,
I don't
know
keep
about
up with it much.
I know about that.
Even though I watched the whole documentary on the moon landing probably 4 months ago.
Oh wow! Did it mention them?
No, it did not.
Watch me faint in shock.
Yeah, but it was
Mostly about that.
I say it was a documentary, but it really was mostly just showing footage, like actual footage from when everything was going on, and it had everything put together, basically going from when people were coming to watch and everything happening up until the actual launch, and then showing footage from the actual moon landing and stuff, all digitally remastered. And
it would have to be.
looking incredible. It looked like y'all put people in costumes and shot this again. Like, how did you do this?
Man, some of those remasters are really good. I've seen like when we was watching, we was talking about My Name is Dolomite, and at the end during the credits they show actual footage from the movie, and I was like, ooh, I know they remastered the hell out of this because that thing looked way too crisp for how old that movie was, man. So so they get real good with them remasters now.
Yeah. Did you see that yet, Kenny?
Oh yes, it was pretty good. Okay. Yeah, they did a good job, and they had the right people playing the right roles.
Yep. Yeah.
I want to see what this Coming to America 2 gonna be about.
What?
Although I'm against the
whole. Some people need to see Coming to America first, though. Not people who are here, but
oh yeah, Christina. I messed with her about that a couple times. I messed with her about that a couple times.
Coming to America. We started watching, and she fell asleep. What? But she fall asleep to everything. So let me.
She falls asleep to everything. So
especially when I'm trying to show her something, like when it's something I seen before. Like, I'm not even watching this for my entertainment. Like, just for my entertainment, I'm trying to have you experience some culture.
You better give us some Red Bull first.
I want to know if that big dude gonna be in the movie singing again on Coming to America 2.
Oh.
to be. You sing it better than me, Kenny.
A vision of desire. Give you whatever your world heart desire. Be for perfection. Coming you to your direction. Here comes your thing to be.
Oh man, I want this nigga to do all
He went in too, boy. He went in. Sexual chocolate. Sexual chocolate. I know that wasn't the same person, but that joke was funny.
He played them all though.
Oh man. Whew.
And you went in.
Thank you.
All right.
Man, speaking of which, I did not know James Earl Jones was I think he has dyslexia.
What?
Yes, he does.
Wow.
Yeah, it's always hard for him.
And I know
Like,
he's had to read plenty
Yes,
of
because he
scripts
is.
and teleprompters in his day.
Yes, because he has definitely been in a lot of stuff. So
He is what we would call one of the voices.
definitely,
Oh,
Simba, you deliberately disobeyed me. You even got Nala in danger.
That's funny when Vernon just said. Remember he said in the chat, talking you look like a cool Mufasa.
Oh yeah, he did. Oh, I forgot about that. Speaking of which, I didn't know he watched the podcast. I listened to the podcast. I didn't know he checked it out.
I don't think that. I'm not sure that he does.
Oh, he just cited it because of the clip you shared.
Clip I shared. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least he had said anything to me, but every time I share a clip or something, he always like it or he'll say something about it usually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which I don't know. While he's spending 24 hours in the gym, he could listen for a little second.
I'm telling you. I mean, I don't know how good we'll go with the pumping iron, but I mean,
yeah, he can listen while he work out. Come on, cuz.
I'm about to say if you need to listen to us in the gym, I guess we could put our podcast doubled over some Eye of the Tiger or something, just Eye of the Tiger, it's the thrill of the fight today on the main issues.
Instantly demonetized. No copyright strike taken down.
Oh yeah,
on YouTube.
Speaking of which, my brother is trying to get a YouTube channel of his own with him and my cousin. They're gonna be interviewing up and coming artists, and he wanted to use, he's using copyrighted music, and I was telling him that I don't think he can do that.
And he wants to put it on YouTube?
He is putting it on YouTube.
Oh, no.
And I was telling him that he was like, oh, if it's under 30 seconds, because that's how the reviewers do it. And I was like, but you aren't reviewing.
Yeah.
You're using it as an intro.
And I don't even think
And he was like, if it's under 30 seconds.
15 seconds. Yeah.
Either way, it's
Because
I was like, okay, well, you'll find out. I told him, I said, okay, go ahead. You'll find out. You will find out. They will strike your behind.
Yeah.
You will get that email or whatever, or get your thing taken down. So.
And even if it is 30 seconds, usually like the algorithm, the computer systems that are doing this are scrumming through these videos for any like time that these audio files are being used. Like people have put like 5 seconds or something in their stuff and got flagged over stuff just because it picked up that little bit and was like, oh, this is this song, this is copyrighted, this belongs to this person, so automatic strike or takedown or whatever. So yeah, man, I wouldn't even mess with that.
That's what I told him, but here we are.
So why is he using? So you mean like he's using the artist that is coming on?
Nope.
Music?
Nope.
Oh.
They using originally it was J. Cole has a song on his mixtape Friday Night Lights where he uses a Erykah Badu song as his chorus and as his beat. It's kind of like mixed, so he used that. But he was like, "Oh, well, it's from a mixtape." I was like, "Yeah, but Erykah Badu ain't." And I was like, "It's not that mixed." I was like, "Plus, you put it on YouTube." He was like, "Well, it's on YouTube." I said, "This song, someone put it on YouTube, but J. Cole didn't put it on YouTube." And I was like, "Well, you actually trying to get views from you're not just some random kid posting music they got on YouTube just for the heck of it. You actually want people to see your stuff. And I was like, demonetizing this is what's going to cause that to happen. And I explained the whole yada, yada, yada thing to him. I don't want to go into it again because we done did it before here. But yeah, I was just explaining to him how that worked. And he was resistant. So I just told him, well, you will see.
Right.
You will see. You going to find out. So.
Don't learn today.
I was like, I can't say for 100% whether you right or whether I'm wrong. But
what Trick say? You gonna learn. You gonna learn.
You gonna learn today. Well, one of these days. But and I was gonna use that to segue into something else.
Need me to vamp? I can't think of anything you could have gotten out of that.
It was something I was gonna say before I went further into the detail of it, but
was it nerd related? Because
I don't remember.
Oh, you?
Yeah, I'm completely blanked out. So okay,
yeah.
Oh no, it wasn't that. It was gonna say when we was talking about the remakes. We was talking about remastering and stuff. Sure. I was gonna mention that the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Okay,
that they're doing. Okay, so it was a further back segue. Yeah. I threw myself out of whack, but the size of the game file kind of leaked.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't hear about that.
So Korean box art came out already.
Okay.
And on the back, it says it's 101 gigs.
That's a fair bit.
Yeah, it is. So.
And this is part 1.
Yes. This is part 1.
Not even an entire game.
No. And which, somebody in the comments was like, wouldn't it be funny if they, was it in the comments? I'm gonna go with it was in the comments. Somebody was like, wouldn't it be funny because they originally said they was gonna introduce it in segments. Like you said, part 1.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if they did just make the whole game
and put it out?
Yeah, and didn't tell anybody because they haven't said anything else about it since then about how that. So everyone just still think they're going with the. So what if they change their mind? But considering how the game looks and considering, well, I played the original one, so I know how much there is to do. And if they're saying they're trying to do it as identical as they can, just upscaled,
right?
It's gonna be a pretty massive game,
right? So
I can kind of see how it. Even if it is just part 1 new, I could see it being that big, actually.
Yeah.
Because
you know anything about this, Kenny? Because we get real nerdy on here. So, the game Final Fantasy VII, that was on original PlayStation.
I remember that game. I had my little experiences with it.
Okay, yeah, because
it was 3 discs on the original PlayStation.
Yeah, it was 3 discs, yeah. And I remember, you had to have that memory card. To save it. Yeah, to save all that stuff, especially if you got addicted to it. I remember I got addicted to it at one point in time. I had to leave it alone.
Yeah, I mean, you could put some hours into it, definitely. But they're remaking the game now.
Man,
yeah,
like
I'll show
a
you
complete remake is like up to date, latest graphics and stuff. You know, because it's.
I'll show you the trailer when we finish. But it's looking pretty scrumptious.
Yeah. Did you see the new trailer that came out?
Well, it said the opening. It said it's the game opening. I refused to watch it. I didn't want to watch it.
It was. I don't think you would be in any way spoiled at all.
Well, I would imagine not either, but I remember the opening sequence, so I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to see what they did. I want to see it for myself when I buy the game because I am buying this thing. I'm buying the shirt and I'm going to wear the doggone shirt every time I wear it. Every time I play the game. Final Fantasy VII. On playing the game. Every time.
Did you see before they even actually came out saying that they were actually going to make the game, they had they did the updated trailer for it.
I did see that.
Remember that? And they hadn't even announced anything. In fact, there wasn't a plan to even do the game then. It was just something for like an anniversary or something.
Uh-huh.
And well, surprisingly, there were some scenes from even that seems to have made it into the opening sequence, which was surprising because you would think that they had scrapped all of that, being that stuff had completely started over and being rebooted since then. So,
I'm telling you. Which, that surprised me that it was so ready again. I mean, I know it got pushed back again, but I wouldn't have even thought that it would have been ready when they said it was before it got pushed back. I was like, because I think it was supposed to come out in February or March. And I was just like, whoa, already? Because the new, the gaming director of it said he was scrapping it because he didn't like it and we were starting over. His exact words was, we are scrapping it and starting over.
Yeah.
Y'all got back to point 8 real freaking fast, man.
Yeah.
Like, so, but whatever, because it already took them like 10 years to make the doggone thing.
Let's just not start over and say we did. It ain't like they seen what we did before. So
That's what I feel like happened.
Like, I already know this is too much work. We weren't expecting all.
Right, I already know game developers don't get enough rest as it is. So don't drag them guys like that.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I feel like that's what happened. They didn't start over nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, because it seemed like everything that most people were waiting on has gotten pushed back so far, and it's questionable. Like, will these games like Ghost of Tsushima? Like, I don't even know that they got pushed back, but I think it just hasn't had a date. I don't know that it even has a release date yet.
That's a good point. I don't even know that.
And
that's the samurai fight.
Yeah,
samurai killing game. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's from Sucker Punch, who made the infamous games.
Yeah. That game looked good.
Yeah, and it's questionable if they're gonna come out. Well, that game specifically, is that gonna come out with like the PS5? Because that is a PlayStation exclusive, and right now, not really any exclusives being announced. So
yeah, PlayStation killer with the exclusives, though.
Yeah,
they do a great job with that.
Yeah,
got to give them their props.
Well, I say no exclusives being announced. I mean PS5 exclusives.
Oh yeah, I figured as much.
Yeah. Or exclusives that are going to be on PS5, however it's going to go, because it's confusing on how this whole generation is even going to work. Yeah, because Xbox came out just today or yesterday with more information on the next Xbox, and they talked a little bit about how games are going to work on there. When games come out, they're going to have some kind of smart system that decides, like, when you're downloading it, if you have an Xbox One X or Xbox One S or the next generation Xbox Series X or whatever it is going to decide which version of the game you're downloading. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's confusing. And, I feel like it's gonna be an interesting holiday season, like, for people shopping, like figuring out what to buy. Even
oh shoot, I'm trying to.
If they come out with that thing and call it the Xbox Series X, I guarantee you a bunch of people are gonna be buying Xbox One X's, thinking they got the new thing.
Yeah, it is,
and ended up having some very disappointed kids on Christmas.
Yep, I'm sure. Because I remember growing up, and it wasn't even nothing that complicated. My mom didn't even play with the game. She was just like, I'll take you to go get them. Or she'd give me like some money. That's so you can buy a game, because I don't know that stuff. So she ain't even played the radio with it.
Yeah. But and the Series X is talking about being like quadruple the power of the Xbox One, the next Xbox, and like a ridiculous amount faster in everything. It's 12 teraflops as opposed to, I think the Xbox One X is like 6 teraflops, and the regular Xbox One is like 3 or something like that. Which teraflops is just like an equation they use to decide like how powerful a gaming system is. But yeah, I'm waiting on it. But at the same time, like I say, everything on Xbox coming on PC, so except some third-party titles that only come to console, probably like GTA and Red Dead Redemption and stuff. Rockstar games, rather, they usually come to only come to console first until a year or so, and then they come out on PC. But I don't know. With the next generation, that might change. Being that more people have PCs and more people are willing to buy PCs.
Oh, PCs outnumber consoles?
Hell no.
Oh.
Yeah, PC gaming? No.
Oh, what you just said?
Not even in the license. I said more people.
Okay.
A lot more people are playing, so it's a viable market to bring games to. Because before it was like, if you were a game developer developing a game, you wanted to develop it for an Xbox or a PlayStation or a Nintendo. Like you weren't really even thinking a whole lot about PC because you weren't going to sell a lot of games, because not that many people were on the platform, on the PC platform.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I say not that many people in comparison to the millions and millions of people who own consoles, because they're a lot more affordable. Yep. Just like we were talking about last week. Now people are really worried about $500 being thrown around, which if they gonna promise all that fast SSD, NVMe supposed to be faster than even like anything we can buy currently on the market, they claimed back when PlayStation first release details.
I mean,
now that could be true. Could be true, but that's only going to be true for maybe a couple months or something like that, and then
and then that's going to be shattered.
Or it was
all the time. That stuff is always growing bigger, better, faster, stronger.
Yeah. And no
pun intended.
And then there's another interesting thing about that, because I think that's the biggest thing in this console generation is going to be the faster storage, because that's what's changed a lot of things, even in the PC realm. Like, you put an SSD into your gaming machine, it just makes everything load a lot faster. It just completely changes everything. It's like night and day. You gonna load something in 5 minutes, or you gonna load something in 5 seconds, like that.
Which, off of that, I never thought, like, even when you got the PlayStation 4 Pro and you was, man, it's so much smooth, it runs so much better, it's so much faster than the original PlayStation, and I'm like, well, I didn't think my PlayStation 4 was slow.
No.
But with this last Call of Duty, and I recently been replaying Division 2, if I hold the PlayStation button, it almost takes like a whole minute to actually come up.
Yeah, slow reactions. Huh?
Yeah, and I don't know whether it's because I got stuff on there now, or it's because all these massive updates they keep having between the two of them.
Could be.
And it's only those two games that are doing it.
Yeah.
But Division 2 has never gave me any problems before, but now, like, if I hold that PlayStation button, even if I'm not playing music in the background or something, that thing's going to take almost a full minute to load up, to pull on. And of course, I can't do anything until it opens.
Now, you could put a SATA SSD in your PlayStation.
Don't start that, Calvin. Don't start.
I'm just saying.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Yeah, and I've seen the customized videos because I think I recently just saw a dude who completely changed his RAM and stuff out in his PlayStation, like mounted on the wall with one of the open face things like you got with the liquid cooling system in it and all.
Sure. I don't see how you do that.
He did. I show it to you on YouTube when we get a chance. Just remind me because I always say that. Yeah, I always say that, but I always, as soon as we finish filming, all right, Calvin, see you next time, dude, and I'm gone. So, and I don't ever think about it too much later.
Me and Jeffrey were just talking about that, and I said it couldn't be done.
Yeah, so, dude did. Yep.
Well,
hey, come on, man. It can always be done.
Well, it's because all of the proprietary stuff that they do.
Oh, I'm sure it was a pain
everything
in the ass.
is.
Oh, it was. I'm pretty sure it was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Probably long term. It probably isn't worth it, but he's the kind of person that kind of just he wanted to see if he could.
Of course.
So he did, but man, he doggone sure did. It don't even look like his PlayStation 4. Like I said, they got the clear case like you got on your PC, and he got a wall mounted. You can see the liquid cooling system and all. And like, man, the dude. Now he did like a graphics test, but he only did it with the Fortnite. So how good could you really see it was?
Yeah,
honestly. So I'm sure, and hopefully, if not, because I'm sure plenty of people probably talking trash in the comments. Play something else a little rough on your system because Fortnite ain't. So
wow,
but yeah,
I gotta see that. I
definitely gotta see that.
Yeah, I should remind me.
Yeah.
I'll show you. But but no, I'm not doing all of that, especially with the 5 coming out. Man,
yeah.
But no, it bothered the hell out of me because I was just like. Especially when
it might be just because we've been talking about it so much too. Like now you're looking for stuff because when you go
but it's been a while since we actually had that the last time we've actually had that kind of conversation. Because the only time I've heard you say that was when you got the Pro. Mm-hmm. So I just hadn't been thinking about it. But like I said, now it's just like I'm playing the game. I'm like, the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Tap, 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 tap. Come on, man. Like, I'm getting shot at here.
The big difference for me is going from 30 frames per second to 60 frames per second in most games.
Yeah.
That is night and day to me now. Like even like on the PC, like I can automatically see like when I'm not running right, like when I first hooked up. Cause I hooked up like my TV again, my 4K TV again, to the PC just to see how well I could game at 4K and, which it could do 60 frames and stuff, but it automatically like turned the TV to 30 frames per second, even though my TV could do 120, natively. And I'm like, what in the world's going on? Because the game will still say it's doing 60 frames per second or whatever. And I'm like, this ain't 60 frames per second. And then I go to my settings, of course, I see it's at 30 frames. Like, oh, let's get that together. Go to 120 frames. Yes, this is it. I never thought I would be one of those people. Like resolution, I used to be like, I think I've always been a pixel peeper. But like
I didn't know that was a word.
Frame rate and stuff. Oh yeah, that's definitely
Pixel
a word
peeper, yeah.
now. That's definitely a phrase now. That's used often. Yeah. But honestly, a lot of things about the PS4 Pro, it's just like it's good if you can afford to buy it. If you can, like, if you're not having problems now with your base PS4, like, you don't think it's like slow at all or anything, don't get a PS4 Pro, especially not now with a whole new console generation coming up. Because there are times where I'm like, oh, I wish I just had my regular PS4. because there's certain settings that you can't do in some games where it would run better. Like I hate not being able to run in other resolutions other than just 1080p in 4K. It's just like if I'm stuck at playing 1080p on my 1440p monitor, I feel like I might as well be on my base PlayStation, because that was a part of the main point of getting this thing. But what else was I gonna say? Back to SSDs. So, I don't know if you ever heard of Linus Tech Tips.
You know,
huge YouTuber, you know, on this level of like Marcus Brownlee and stuff. Like both of them have like 10 million subscribers now. Just recently hit, actually, like both of them. And
damn, Marcus is doing pretty well then.
Oh yeah.
Well, he interviewed Will Smith, so he's doing all right.
He's huge. Yeah. But Linus Tech Tips just did recently a blind test with like 3 members from his staff on different kinds of SSD storage, solid state drive storage. I probably should say at least one time for people who don't have any idea what I'm talking about when I say SSD.
I could have sworn you did, but maybe just because I know what it is.
Yeah, I don't think I ever said
every time
SSD
solid state drive. Okay, yeah.
So there are the usual mechanical hard drive is a hard drive where you have disks inside spinning rapidly, and in an SSD is basically like a flash drive. It's basically like flash memory where you don't have that. I think that's the easiest way to explain it, actually.
I say, yeah, pretty much.
And I think the last episode, I was talking about NAND memory, and I didn't know what that was. That's what that is. NAND is flash memory.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, they did a blind test on, like, if they could tell between a SATA SSD, which is, you know, shaped like your regular hard drive that, you know, from years ago. We've been using SATA for the longest time. And then there's NVMe, which is the much smaller drives now that go into like a PCIe slot. It's a different kind of slot. And then there's a newer one that is Gen 4 that is the fastest now, and they tested those 3 on 3 different machines, not knowing which one was which, and they wanted to see if anybody would be able to tell if they could tell the difference. And surprisingly enough, or maybe not so surprisingly, their perceived difference were all this like similar. Like they thought they all picked the SATA, which is the slowest. They picked that was the Gen 4.
Oh, so it's not that big of a difference.
Once you go SSD, it's so much faster. Going even faster than that is much harder to perceive. Like, so when you talking about going from a hard drive, these are not real numbers, but you talk about going from 100 to 10,000. So these are not real numbers. I'm just making an example. So, but when you're talking about going from SATA solid state drive to an NVMe drive, you're talking about going from 10,000 to 15,000.
Right.
So you don't really see that much of a difference, even though it's faster, a third faster or whatever. is faster than that is already super fast. You can't really perceive it. Like, even if you're sitting there counting, like some of them were trying to do, like counting how long it takes to load stuff, you just can't do it. And all of them use the SATA first, so they all used it in the same order. So it was that was their baseline. And so they were seeing this without any other anything else to compare it to at first. So then when they went to the next machines, they started trying to compare stuff. And since they were going off of numbers that you can't really perceive in real time, it just didn't matter. So it says a lot. But there are different reasons that you would have the faster storage that you wouldn't necessarily notice for different workloads, but then you might be doing something else where you need to access certain things or a bunch of different things at the same time because they're in the different forms. You can't necessarily access file after file after file rapidly, but in playing a game, what
they need to do is remaster, like completely remake with up-to-date graphics as best as they can the original Crysis and put that on there.
I don't,
because that thing was so hard.
They don't need to, like, a lot of tests, like Digital Foundry always testing Crysis, always testing things on Crysis and Crysis 3. I don't think they do Crysis 2 too much, but they do Crysis.
Yeah, because Crysis 2 was kind of like they kind of fell off a little bit. They was actually trying to make a game that time instead of like a test run. But but dang, okay. They stole my idea before I even had
testing machine. But that's on PC.
Yeah, like that PC.
I don't believe there's. I don't know if there's even any kind of remastered version on consoles.
Oh yeah, I don't think so.
The Crysis games.
If it is, it's probably in the PlayStation Store or something, because I didn't hear anything about anything. And I like Crysis. Well, I never played the first one because my dad had a decent gaming PC back then because he only played shooters and Madden. Yeah. And you could not play a shooter on consoles back then. So by the time that came out, you could. And even though he still had a decent computer, he was not about to go to the pinnacle of perfection on PC gaming just to play no doggone Crysis. He wasn't about to have it. So I ain't never played it. So I played 2 though, and 2 was good, and 3 was all right. 2 was all right. 3 was better, but still.
That is the game you use to test your rig after you finish putting your PC together. All right, let's see if it runs Crysis.
Right. DJ, you gave me a flashback about the Madden on the PC. I used to play that back in the day too, man.
I never played it on PC. My dad used to play it on PC. I guess so he wouldn't have to kick me off my own game to play it. Yeah. Which he wasn't slick. Like, he'd come in the room and get it. Like, if he was off or if I went to sleep, he'd come in there and be playing it while I'm asleep. And waking me up. But of course I was still faking sleep. So
I'm not on smooth on a PC back in
he probably gonna die laughing when he hear that, because he still listens to the podcast even though we do nerd news now. Yeah. He probably gonna be like, oh.
he commented last episode.
Yeah, he called me and asked me and talked to me about it. Yeah, which, like I said, I didn't know we was gonna go as far in as we did, but once I went above and beyond, which I'm not blaming you for, it's my fault.
I feel like I went above and beyond.
You did. You did. But I mean, again, not knocking it. I'm just saying I wasn't prepared to match that. So when you did it, I was just like, well, dang, now I look like the kid in school who didn't do their homework. So I was like, sheesh. You might want to check that timestamp. But
I feel like you caught yourself enough. I ain't finna look for that.
I feel like the lady who did the Lakers thing. What was I gonna say though? Well, last time I wanted to talk about Lock and Key, but I forgot because my phone died, so I couldn't see my notes.
Yeah, Lock and Key on
We got
Netflix. We got a little bit of time. We got about 7 minutes.
Oh, but dang. Well, how about we just go to 2 hours and skip next week? Nah, I'm just kidding. But Kenny, you saw Lock and Key?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh man, you gotta check it out. It's pretty good. It start off. It's
pretty good.
But I ain't gonna say it start off slow because it didn't necessarily start off slow, but it didn't. I don't know, like 5 minutes in, you just like, okay, well, ain't nothing happening. Oh, okay, something's happening now. When you see the flashback of why they moved, yeah, that caught me off. I was just like, oh, well, I wasn't expecting them to move for that, but yeah. So if you into like, I don't want to say like Harry Potter type because it's not like that, but it is like a fantasy thing, but it's good. It is surprisingly good. But basically what it is this family, the dad dies and the mom moves the kids to the family's house, which they have like a huge old school style mansion back in, what city was that? What town they used to, the
name of their town that he's from? I forget what they were calling it in the show because it's actually different in the graphic novel. It's
really wonder why they changed that.
Oh, I can't remember now.
But,
sorry.
But they moved to another city, far away from where they originally staying at because the kids kept complaining about that. But yeah, so they move into
this.
But
it's a fictional city,
right? Yeah. But so they moved there to this huge mansion, and the little brother finds this old school looking key. Well, every key has like a different magical ability. Mm-hmm. So like he finds the youngest brother finds a couple of them. Well, he's supposed to be like 10 or 8.
I think he's 10.
Okay, yeah. Which ironically, he the smartest dude on the show, but he keeps schooling the doggone older brother and sister. They so stupid. They was killing me.
They got on my nerves. Me and Tiffany were yelling at the television.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I definitely was like, what? Yeah. Like, what are you doing? Like, especially the sister when she did. I don't want to spoil and have no spoilers, but the sister does something. There's a key that lets you go into your own mind and like move memories around, like furniture and whatnot. And she just does something to herself. She thought it was better than herself, but anybody could clearly see that this is gonna cause some trouble down the line, and right off the bat, she being an ass, and the brother's just like, "Whoa, why did you say that to mom? Like what? I didn't say anything mean. Yeah, you did. Like that was pretty mean. I was just being honest. Hey, you were being a little over the top about it. Like, dude, calm down. Like, what are you doing? So that dumb crap, and then not only that, but she's spilling the beans about the key to the random dude, and I'm just like, so we just telling everybody about the keys now? I was like, oh my god, it's just like shut up. And even the dude, her friend, who she had just told about the keys, he was just showing him in the demonstration, and then the other dude walk up. And then she's spilling the beans. Even he's doing double takes. Like, what are you doing now? Didn't you just tell me we gonna keep this between us? And you telling Random House? Yeah. He's like, what are you doing? He was so blown. Like, what? He just kept looking back and forth. Like, what on earth?
Whether you snitching to the feds, you snitching to Random House. Snitching is snitching.
So she was blowing me with that, but yeah, and then either over the top. I mean, not over the top, but overall, show was good. It's definitely worth watching. I'm actually thinking about watching it again because it is definitely one of those shows that if you ain't paying attention, you're gonna miss something. So I got to go back because you know me, I like to multitask. Even though I figured out early on I can't multitask watching that. So, but I still tried to multitask because I was like, I really want to keep playing Kakarot, but I want to watch this too. So, but yeah, Lock and Key was good. Check it out if you got a chance. It is a Netflix original, so watch it if you get a chance. And you were telling me before, if we still got time, that they changed some things in the graphic novel. And you say you meant to show me that, but again, after the podcast, I ended up leaving. So,
well, I have volume 1 of it.
Oh,
I'm not sure how many volumes it is. We were actually talking about it in book club this week a little bit, and Eric from book club was talking about like how long stuff takes to happen in the original. Is like they were kind of picking up like more than even the graphic novels were. Like they were keeping it moving in the show. Things were happening pretty quickly. I think probably the first 3 episodes, maybe not even 3 episodes, probably first 2 episodes even make up that first volume of the graphic novel. So they went through a whole lot. He was saying like, are they gonna stop? Because it seems like they're about to do the whole thing in one season. But obviously, by the last episode, they'll be going forward for
because I think they already got
one more season.
Verified for season 2.
Yeah.
So, which I'm not surprised. That thing was good, like right out the gate. I knew that thing was gonna be good because when I seen it, I saw the trailer and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be good. I'm gonna check this out." And then I think you mentioned it. You mentioned y'all mentioned it in the group, and then a friend of mine, she watched it and she was saying something about it, and I was like, "Oh, you like that?" And I was like, "That don't even seem like nothing you would watch." So,
because it was like a year ago, we read it for the for book club, and Eric was telling us then that there was supposed to be a show being made. I didn't know who was making the show, but he said they were gonna do a TV show, and then when I saw that, I saw it on Netflix. I didn't even see like a news article and anything, so I texted him in the group like, "How you ain't tell us Lock and Key was out?"
Yeah, I saw that. I was just like, "Oh, this must have been something they read."
Yeah,
which I don't know why, because reading ain't never done nothing for nobody, and it ain't never gonna will.
Not never. And that's from, I probably should say that is from Squidbillies.
Yeah, that's from Squidbillies. We are not encouraging people to not read, although one of us more so than the other. Well, I'm gonna say Calvin too. I'm gonna say Al too, because Al be tiptoeing about reading his book club books, so he don't be wanting to read either.
Yeah, that's very true. I will not deny that. I read that. I read last week's book on Sunday morning, because like I didn't.
Those don't be thick books, do they?
Not. Sometimes they are, but most of the time, you can read them in a few hours. Usually.
Yeah, I know you had to dedicate a week to reading it. One time you was cutting it close on reading
but these are graphic novels. This is the graphic novel book club, so we reading graphic novels every day.
Oh, so you weren't. So reading it didn't have anything to do with the same book club?
That wasn't for book club. I was reading it just to read it.
Oh, well, what you were saying, you need to buckle down and read it? I thought you was coming up to your deadline or something.
Oh, no, because...
Oh, was you just trying to read it before you saw the movie?
Yeah, because the person who gave me the book, was giving it to me because they wanted to talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only thing. So I wanted to, get through the book, but I didn't like it that much. Like, I just was not into it. It drags, man. Oh my goodness. And that's a thick book.
I saw it. You showed me that thing.
Goodness.
Like a dictionary.
Yeah.
Kind of sound like my man from On the Moon. I'm talking about, them books be heavy, son.
Got leaning to the mic, Kenny. Got leaning to the mic. But I didn't know it was I didn't know it dragged like that. But then again, they're always tweaking stuff for the movies, which is what people complain about. But
there's a reason you do that.
Yeah, because you can't. Granted, you can kind of get away with doing that with a movie, especially if it's in the theater, because no one's gonna get up and leave.
Right.
But nobody wants that either.
And that's like Lock and Key too. Like, there are some things in the book you look at it like, how do you even bring this to a TV show? Like, how do you show this in a way where audiences will engage with it? Because you engage with pictures different than you do video, a lot of the time. And, you know, it's a different experience reading something, of course, like, than there is watching something. Like, I feel in literature, there is a lot of descriptive things, where they describe in ridiculous detail sometimes of things that are going on or how something looks, because they need to, because you're not seeing it, rather than if you're watching a show, you see the thing, so you don't need all that. It's just different things like that. You know, there are whole classes that are taught of adaptation. Like,
yeah. Oh, okay. That I didn't know.
Or adaption, as I like to say, because I don't know why we say adaptation. It's a ridiculous. It's one of those words. It's like, why is that the word? But anyway, anything else you want to hit on? Anything else you want to give a shout out?
Love you, Mom.
Oh, trying to show me up.
I was about to say Calvin. Calvin don't never do. Al don't never do that. Dang, I gotta stop calling you Calvin on this thing.
I love you too, Mom. Ain't no big deal.
Yeah, people gonna be like, "Who the hell is Calvin?"
Calvin is my middle name, people.
Which everybody from the South are black people. I don't know if white people do it too, but I know black people do this thing where family members call you one name and friends call you another, cause you know.
Yeah. My thing with it was,
well, I met you through Vernon, so that's he called you.
Yeah,
so that's how I piggyback off
he
of
calls
it.
me Calvin, so it'd be weird if you called me Al, because that's how you always knew me as Calvin. So, and you know, my only thing with it was just, as I got older, like, I just more identified with Al, just as I got older for some reason. Because it's my first name, I guess. I don't know. And when somebody calls me Calvin, I don't know. It just takes me back to being a kid. And that's fine with my family members and stuff. But when it's somebody I don't know that well, it's just, it don't hit my ear right.
Oh, yeah.
You don't think about the, when keeping it real goes wrong? Calvin.
Oh. When keeping it real goes wrong. All right. Well, I think we're going to end it there.
Yeah, we can. I actually have a funny story about the whole name thing, but yeah, we ain't got no time, so.
You sure? How long you think it's going to take you?
I don't know.
All right, then I guess we're not going to do it then. All right, well, thank you everybody for tuning in. Please let us know if you want to hear the story about whatever DJ had to talk about with the name thing.
Involving the police.
Involving the police. Oh, that's even more. You got to come back next week for that. All right, remember to like, subscribe, share, comment, anything possible you could do to show that you mess with us. And we'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.